Welcome back. Today we have the Rep Fitness Adjustable Kettlebell. Is this the next best thing? Why in the world is nobody talking about it? In this video, I want to break this kettlebell down. It's compact, cost-effective, space-saving design. Let's find out why. Rep Fitness, they sell 3 different adjustable kettlebell options: 16 kg, 24 kg, and 40 pound option. In front of me, I have the blue top, which is the 24 kg option. The 40 pound one and the 16 kg option both have a red top. No matter which size you choose, the shell of the kettlebell is going to be the same size, being that it is a competition style. It's made of a cast iron. It's got a nice powder coat finish. It has this dial you push down and you can adjust it. I'm at 16 kg right now and I want to go to 24. I just push down my dial and there I am. I'm at 24 and it kind of clicks into place so you know it's lined up. Inside the shell itself is what holds these metal plates. You can see the plastic rod sticking out. The rod slides right into these little donut holes right here. These are your little metal weight plates. They're each 2 kg, so that's gonna be 5 pounds. They got little divots so they stay stacked up properly. If you look closely, and I'll throw in some B-roll, there's these little white plastic wing things that secure the weight. An internal nylon thermoplastic fastener. So do with that what you will. Getting into the design elements, I guess, and the markings on this thing to tell which weight you're at. It has the kg options written out here, which is nice: 16, 18, 20, 22, 24. And then on the other side, you have like these little dash marks. Also, if you push it in, you can see this little yellow marker, and it says in the instruction manual, like, if you can still visualize that yellow marker, it means the weight is not secure and you're not in place. I personally have never had that happen to me, but that is the adjustment mechanism for this thing. I think it does a pretty damn good job. There's like a little bit of rattling when you are doing some dynamic movements and whatnot. Just like any adjustable dumbbell, those things rattle and shake and have some play to them as well. It's like a give and take. So I think this does a great job with the adjustment mechanism. I like this adjustment mechanism compared to some other ones, and we'll get into those in a little bit. Getting into some things that I like about this, I really like the competition style shape of it. It feels really good when you're in the rack position, whatnot, and when I'm doing different movements. I like the powder coat. I like the aesthetic. I like that I can grab it and do a nice goblet squat. The space that I have to operate when it's in the rack position, I'm over here or whatever the case may be. Some people have said that this kind of digs into their wrist a little bit. I haven't noticed it at all. Like the wrist sweatbands that might help. I think they make some even specific to kettlebell training, so maybe look into that. I also really like this compact design. Now I have 5 separate kettlebells in one shell. If you have a small space, maybe you understand what I'm talking about. Something that you could bring with you, stick in your closet, whatever the case may be. So many different things that I can get done with 5 separate kettlebells. That's like a home gym in and of itself. If you're just working your way up, maybe get the one that's like one step below this. I mean, the red's cool too. I was even thinking Rep could do like a black top option and have like an even heavier one, because a lot of people do like going up to that 32 kg. I want to talk about the price of this one. This is $209. I was looking on Rep's website when I was kind of doing some research for this video. If I was to get Rep's cast iron kettlebell, their 53 pound cast iron kettlebell, I could only get one other kettlebell in the same weight range. Real quick, just kind of talking about some of the other options out there. You have the Bowflex kettlebell. It's like kind of got a dial similar to this, and that goes up to 40 pounds. If you're moderately serious about lifting, I would probably like shy away from Bowflex. It's like welded and it's got a very slick handle. I haven't used it personally. You have Titan Fitness, Kettlebell Kings, and you have Bells of Steel. They all have a very similar adjustable kettlebell. It's like split in half right here. It's got more plates that you screw in with an Allen wrench and whatnot. It seems pretty cool. It just takes a little bit longer. I think they're all pretty much the same kettlebell. made from the same factory probably. And interestingly enough, I just wanted to mention this again. I was doing a little bit of research, like preparing for this. I thought this was like Rep Fitness's idea, but there's like a UK version of this that is literally the identical thing. I can't remember the name off the top of my head, but I'll like flash it on screen right there. Moving on. I'm just gonna wrap it up with my final thoughts. I didn't really get into the cons too much, but durability could be questionable with something like this. Again, you have some plastic componentry. I have seen online people have snapped this for whatever reason. One thing about this, you obviously can't be throwing it on the ground. Sometimes you get exhausted from your kettlebell sequence or whatever you're doing exercise-wise, and you toss your kettlebell on the ground because they're indestructible. This one is not indestructible, so things can break. This dial, it feels a little questionable. It's just not that smooth when you're transitioning from one weight to the next. Another thing you want to consider is making sure it is on 16 kg or the lightest option. When you are putting it back in place, you just slide it into place like that. But say I didn't have it turned the right way, it's not going to go in. But you quickly figure out that these little arrows, they just point to the necks right here. So if you line it up on the necks, boom, you're good to go. And then just like that, I have my 24 kg kettlebell. I've only had this for a week, but I think it's great. Even considering the durability aspect of it, I'm just gonna utilize control when I am placing this down. Having the rubber horse stall mats, I feel like helps a little bit. Things can break inside of this. Do I think it's gonna happen really easily? No. Do I think this will last me a very long time to come? Yes. Do I like this option? I really like this option. I think it's great for somebody just getting started, somebody who can control their kettlebell movements, somebody who doesn't want to spike their kettlebells onto the ground. Going up to 53 pounds, having that giant weight range, having this compact, cost-effective, space-saving design, real cast iron kettlebells and competition style kettlebells, standalone kettlebells definitely have their place for a lot of people doing a lot of cool stuff online. So much good content out to help you if you're just getting started with kettlebells. Again, if you are just getting started, I think this is a great option. I've only had this for a week. We'll see how it holds up in the future. If something happens, I'll be sure to update you guys. If you enjoyed this review or got any value out of it, please consider hitting that like button, subscribe, and leave a comment down below and let me know what you think of the Rep Fitness Adjustable Kettlebell. I do have an affiliate link in the description below. If not, either way, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.